I'm thinking strategic alliances, acting like mycelium, the mushroom networks. So redistributing of resources, see there's an excess of something here and there's too much of something there. Hi, my name is Yasmine Ostendorf. I'm the founder and director of the Green Art Lab Alliance, which is an international alliance of arts organizations sharing knowledge and resources with each other to strategically increase their impact and their voice. I would like to start with a little fragment from this book called Mushroom at the End of the World, On Life in Capitalist Ruins by Anat Singh. And for me, this explains quite well what collaboration in the pandemic or post-pandemic would look like. So, here we go. We hear about precarity in the news every day. People lose their jobs or get angry because they never had them. Gorillas and river porpoises hover at the edge of extinction. Rising seas swamp whole Pacific islands, but most of the time we imagine such precarity to be an exception to how the world works. It's what drops out of the system. What if, as I'm suggesting, precarity is the condition of our time? Or, to put it another way, what if our time is ripe for sensing precarity? What if precarity, indeterminacy, and what we imagine as trivial are at the center of the systematicity we seek? I believe it's an amazing book, by the way. I believe this is very spot on because I feel we are, unfortunately, only at the beginning. This is a pandemic, and many others will follow because we have been systematically encroaching on the habitat of many species, which is the source of zoonotic diseases like COVID-19 is. Also with the climate collapsing, basically, I think we have to start getting used to precarity as a new normal, or the new abnormal, actually, because it never was normal the way we were living and working, I think. So, what type of collaboration do we need in order to continue? I believe creativity and interdisciplinary collaboration are crucial to building new structures and systems and value systems to shape a society that's more both socially and environmentally just. I think the pandemic and the ban on travel showed us that indeed a lot can happen online. So that means we can start rethinking, our excessive travel and residencies, and start reducing our carbon impact, because obviously flying is super bad for the environment. I believe this move to the digital also allows us for a new appreciation of the rural, of the peripheries, of the countryside, because it means we can work and reach more people that are not always in cities, so we can decentralize, which will contribute also to the quality of our lives. It has also shown that there is a huge willingness to connect globally, but on the other side, we need to act locally. So I think that also means more importance for the community, for what's happening on the ground, the materials. What you see here behind me is what we call a Future Materials Bank. So it's an inventory, or beginning of an inventory of materials that are non-toxic, that are biodegradable, that are sustainable, that are natural, natural pigments, natural glues, not chemical. And so I think there will be, that will become much more also important, where we get our materials from, and understanding how they work and how they impact both our environment as well as our human health. In terms of digital strategies, I think it's very easy to disengage when things are all virtual and everything's online. So it's very important to keep programs and projects interactive, that people can really participate and have their voice heard, rather than that it's like a one-way lecture, or it's one-way traffic. I think open source working is really important. So in terms of the digital, collecting knowledge means that everyone can contribute to that. This material bank also has a digital parallel to it, where we're inviting artists and arts organizations and makers and growers to contribute with their materials. So it's really a shared effort, which I think is crucial, because we need collective ownership. We need more codependencies because of this precarity. I believe building on the peripheries is very important. So there is a lot of untapped kind of knowledge and resources, and now is the time to find these people. So I'm thinking strategic alliances, acting like mycelium, the mushroom networks. So redistributing of resources, see there's an excess of something here and there's too much of something there. That means collaborative survival, because I think that's really the reality that we're talking about. Alternative financial systems, alternative forms of living and working, artist initiatives as co-ops, for instance, the more micro political actions of organizing yourself, growing yourself. I think there will be much more interdisciplinary collaboration between artists and farmers, for instance, and people forming their own communities, or almost mini societies, and that's what we kind of desperately need.